I think that's really great. And just one thing is, well, then I guess with people that are struggling right now, what would you say to people that are at home, they've fallen off the wagon, they're out of their routine? What would you say to them to kind of get them back on track, or any tips to kind of help them get through what's been a rough period?
Yeah, I'd say, go towards the lowest hanging fruit, and whatever those 5 pillars, right? The emotional, the mental, physical, professional, and personal, right? What is the lowest hanging fruit that you could do tomorrow that is so easy to do? You might be like, man, like I can do 5 minutes of that. It's nothing. Well, you know what? It's a step in the right direction.
Yes.
So that can look like, okay, for physical, that's gonna be like, I'm gonna go out for a walk for 10 minutes tomorrow. Sure, that 10 minutes could lead to an hour. That's phenomenal. But again, at least you can do 10 minutes. Like, come on, get out the door and walk. So again, find out in all those pillars of your life, what is the easiest thing to do? What is the thing that would take zero basically effort to do, and do that. And then nurture that every single day. And the more you do it, obviously, the more you're looking forward to it, and it should blossom from that standpoint. But again, do something. Write out your values would be a great one. I think the action is great, but not knowing where you're coming from a psychological standpoint is where people are very hindered. Because again, I can give all the tips and insights of how to be actionable tomorrow, but if you don't have the why or the understanding of what's the point of this,
Yep.
It's gonna be very, very hard for it to be sustainable. So write out your values. What are certain things that you have to have in your life, that you have to nurture to make you feel full, from all those pillars, all those standpoints, and then write that list out. And then remember, every single day you need to nurture those values in some regard. Like I said, there's going to be a hierarchy. Some days that might look like, well, family only gets 10% because I have to work a 12-hour workday. But at the end of the day, you still got to make sure you're there to tuck kids in, speak to your wife, run down your day. That could look like 10 or 15 minutes. But again, make sure you're nurturing all those values once you know them, and understand that it's incredibly important to not neglect any of those.
Yeah, I think just that piece, it's almost like you say nurturing. It is like planting seeds, and you just never know how you think something's insignificant, and you just never know what it could lead to, right? So if you think, oh, it's only a 10-minute walk, but that could lead to you running an ultra marathon in a few months or something. You just never know. So I think that's a great point.